Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Here I was making birthday cupcakes. So here are all the ingredients that are needed in the process of making the cupcakes, good, yummy cupcakes. So here I was breaking the eggs for the cupcakes so that it can give the smooth texture. Here is also the milk. You can use any type of milk, powdered milk, and any other milk. Here I used 200 milliliters because I was making a small amount of cupcakes. So here I was measuring my baking pots. So there we go, 220. And when we add the flour into the bowl, you have to add it carefully. You get 8, 10, but that's not what we want. Because what we want is 820 because of how we measured the baking pot. So I added some flour so it can reach 820. You can keep 820 or 825. So here's the baking powder that I used. You can use any type of baking powder, but so that it can make the cupcakes like fluffy. So I mixed everything up. So then you take the milk and the eggs, you keep them in the freezer, not the fridge, so that they can be like in a good temperature. So when you go back, you take the margarine. You can use any type of margarine, 250 grams, and any type of butter, and 250 grams. You can use white sugar or icing sugar of 500 grams. When you're using sugar, use the white sugar, don't use the brown sugar. So here I took the margarine prestige batter and I kept it in my other baking pot. And here you have to scrape out every single margarine in the product so it cannot affect the results of the cupcakes. You can cut your butter using any knife in 4 or 3 sections. Always keep it together in the same baking pot as the batter. So here I was using my hand machine so that it can do a little bit faster. And there you take your icing sugar of 500 grams you keep together with the butter and the margarine. Then you mix them together. Here my hand machine broke down on me, so I shifted to a bigger machine where it's like does more faster. So here you take milk and the eggs out from the freezer. Here you keep the speed of the machine slow so that all the ingredients that you're gonna keep in this part of the process should not splash out. So here you keep your eggs slowly with the speed of the machine slowly, also sometimes changing it to fast so that it can mix it even more faster. After finishing to keep the eggs, you pause the machine so you can scrape all the remainings out. You can choose any flavor of your choice. I chose vanilla and caramel because those are my favorite. So you can use a tablespoon or a measuring spoon. So here you keep a small amount of caramel and vanilla into the mixture where you kept your eggs and the butter and the margarine. So then you keep it in a high speed so you can have a good mix, and after that you can start keeping your flour to the machine. You have to make sure it doesn't spill like how it spilled like that according to the video. So you keep it in a slow speed, then you add more flour every single time the mixture has blended in the flour that you kept before. So after that you add milk, the milk that was in the fridge, you add milk, then you keep it in a high speed to mix faster. Then after that you put it back to a slow speed, and then you add more flour to the mixture, and then you let it mix for a while. Then after that, make sure it doesn't spill all over because you're gonna have a big mess. Then you add more milk. Make sure you don't keep the milk to the place where the mixture is moving so that it cannot splash out. You keep it in a high speed so it can mix faster. Then you shift it back to the slow speed. Then you add the rest of the flour that you have. Then you then finish up with the rest of the milk that you had. Make sure it doesn't splash out all over the place. Always have napkins around you so that you can always remember to clean up your mess after all that. And there, as you can see, I shifted it back to the high speed so you can mix it faster and not take too much time. Here I was heating the hot water so I can mix it with the cocoa powder. So I was heating my cocoa powder so I can have any big chunks. After I added the hot water to make it a good liquid chocolate and add together with the butter. So the butter had a really nice consistency, and I added the chocolate and mixed it around to have a really nice cake after. And then here, always remember to preheat your oven before keeping the cupcakes so that they can have a really nice beginning of cupcake session. Bye! Please like and subscribe.